Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we are going to be diving into how to convert into standard form of a parabola. And we're going to utilize this information to end up then finding things like the vertex, the focus, and the directrix. So let's dive in first and foremost. So what do I see here? Well, I notice off the bat that we have a y-squared term. So this is important because it identifies for us that this is a parabola that is opening left or right. So that tells me that I want to keep my quantity of y's being squared on the left side, and then I want to put everything else on the right-hand side because my goal is to transfer this to y minus k squared equals 4p times x minus h. That's what I'm trying to get to here. And so I want to go ahead and move everything that's not y onto the other side. And then on the left-hand side, I need it looking like y minus k quantity squared. I'm not there yet. So think back to, since Algebra 1 we first learned it, how do we make this happen when we complete the square? So I'm going to add b over 2 squared to both sides. So b is that second term. So I'll add b over 2 squared to both sides. And then we end up getting y plus 1 quantity squared. And now we're looking a little bit more like what we should. One more step. We need to factor out the common factors so we can just have x as a coefficient of 1 inside of the parentheses. So we get y plus 1 squared equals 6 times x minus 2. And then at this point, we can clearly identify the vertex, the focus, and the directrix. And so the vertex, let me change some colors so we can identify some things. Our vertex here, we have x minus 2. So that means that our vertex is going to end up being at positive 2. And then k is a positive 1, so it's going to be the opposite of what we see. So 2, negative 1. And then, excuse me. And then we know that the whole value of 6, this is actually equal to 4p. And I know that p is going to be positive because it's opening to the right. All right, since we have p being positive, this opens up to the right. And so that means that the value of p is 3/2 or 1.5. And then last but not least, to find out what that value of the focus is and the value of, or the line of the directrix, remember the focus is just going to be 3 over 2 units to the right of our vertex, since it's opening to the right. And so I will just take 2 plus 1.5 to get my focus. And then I will go ahead and, of course, see that guy is going to be at 3.5, negative 1. And then I'm going to go in the opposite direction to get our directrix. I put a V, I meant a D for the directrix. So for our directrix, it's going to go opposite. So now I'm going to take that H, which is at 2, and I'm going to go left. So I will take 2 minus 1.5 and get 0.5. So that's actually going to be the line x equals 0.5 or x equals 1/2. And so each part here would be our final